Hello, and welcome back, most illustrious members of the Detail. I'm your host D, also known as MTF Doom, and Conquest mode came out today, so let's talk about it. Before we get into it, thank you so much, everyone who likes, subscribes, follows, joins the Discord. Even those of you who dislike, it still feeds the algorithm. By all means, be a hater. Sip the haterade. It's all good to me. I appreciate you all. We are going to continue doing both right now. Marvel Snap content and Magic the Gathering content, and I guess the secret third thing, which is my unhinged videos. So don't worry. This is my promise to you. We're doing it all. Okay. So, if you haven't seen, I guess we'll go back over here. Conquest mode is not quite draft. It's battle mode, functionally, right? So if you've ever done, like, the friendly battle, it's that format of first to win 10 cubes off your opponent wins. You don't win them back and forth. You only lose cubes. You don't gain cubes back. And so you have to have gotten 10 from your opponent, okay? So what that means, so I've been playing it quite a lot today. When I was able, I got locked out for about an hour. The first time that I got an infinite ticket, the first game froze on us, and neither me or my opponent seemed to be able to retreat or anything. And I don't know if they wanted to close, but I certainly didn't want to close the window and risk losing my infinite ticket. So we just sat there for an hour, and then finally the game kicked us both, and we got to restart our runs. I haven't actually won an infinite yet. The odds are just so far against you. Don't worry if you haven't gotten that far. In Conquest mode, it is a marathon, not a sprint. But I'm here to give you the tips to maybe help you run that marathon. What I have learned so far is you should not play a gimmick deck. And by that I mean, like lockjaw decks in general, probably not very good. Decks that rely on a surprise factor. Galactus has been pretty bad against me. Hazmat decks, right out. No, you can't play hazmat decks. You basically, if it's a deck in which the main way that you earn cubes is by, like, snapping on 4 or 5 when you have your setup, and you're just going to combo off and your opponent's not going to have much to do about it, those are great for ladder. You get really good cube equity on ladder with stuff like that. But as much as I love my bounce decks, I have not been able to play bounce into this. It's not even that everyone's packing Killmonger or anything. It's that once they know what's up, they can play much more, like, they understand the matchup. You know, a good player can play around what you're about to do, even if you're about to do a lot of stuff. So, what do I actually recommend? Well, what I have been playing are this deck, the one that got me to rank 120 last season. You really can't go wrong. I think Wave is probably going to be the MVP of the format. There are so many people trying to do big turn 6 decks. They're trying to set up with Sarah. They're trying to do, like, you know, Galactus stuff. And a wave can, you waving out Hulk, because, if you didn't see, Galactus now also has to be winning the lane in order for him to blow up the other 2 locations. So if you or them wave something out, but yours is just bigger, which we have 3 things that beat a Galactus, then we're in a good spot. Additionally, we have the Goblin for additional ways of shutting it down. While we won't be winning the lane if we Goblin them, Galactus has to be winning the lane and be the first card played there. So we have, like, 4 cards that reasonably shut down a Galactus play. I think the change is really good for Conquest mode because of that. Because on ladder, you can kind of be going, oh, is this Galactus or is it not? I don't, like, it could be, it could just be destroy stuff. But once you learn it, you have so many reasonable outs. So high recommend on this. This has been my most well-performing, my best performing deck today. The other one that I'm iterating on currently is a Sarah control style deck, because I think control pieces are going to be also kind of the key. I haven't yet, but I'm very interested in playing the old school fair, quote unquote, fair mid-range deck, where you just play like White Queen and Doom and Wave and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just like curving out and like playing good stuff and seeing what my opponent's doing at any given moment. I think that's going to have a lot of value. I think consistency over showmanship is the way to go. And so this one, and then I did this one, actually, I realized how good Wave was, and friend of the channel and now community manager, congratulations on your promotion, Crayon Eater, pointed out that because Wave is so good against this deck in general, maybe it was worth trying to run Magic, because if they wave you on 5, you can't really win, right? If you go Sarah and they go Wave, you lose. But if you are playing, especially in Conquest mode, where you know one of their plays could conceivably be Wave on 5, you can Magic. So then on 6 you get Sarah, and then on 7 you get your explosive turn, including some amount of reasonable interaction. The thing I didn't like about this is that it wasn't beating Galactus, and that's like, I've been seeing, I think people think the Galactus change was a buff. I know I kind of did, because of the decks that I play there's sometimes where I have reasonable lines of sneaking in power after a Galactus play, but not always. But like with it being a 6/7, the chances of me getting power in to actually beat that are very low. But more and more I'm seeing it definitely wasn't a buff. It is a change, but it's not a buff. But I think a lot of people like me were reading it as a buff and have been really pushing it. And these are not that good against Galactus. So, but that's my big takeaway. I just wanted to voice that in case anyone's struggling and needed, you know, some kind of like affirmation or just some insight. That's what you want. A lot of this I learned from the inter-Discord tournaments that we run. So if you want some practice with this type of stuff, there's always people looking for friendly matches, you know, no stakes matches on Discord. A lot of this info is also like from Clips' write-up from the first tournament. They had really good insight into how you wanted to value consistency, you wanted to value, you know, and all that I've taken to heart for this mode, and it has paid dividends. I really highly suggest you go back and watch that video if you want some more insight, or again, just join the Discord and read their walkthrough on how they went about prepping for the Discord tournament. That's it. I thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Hey, I fucking lied, because I have to do this outro because I care about people, and I care about especially people who help me out. So thank you. I'm actually just going to do a read through this time, so thank you. The Tiny Ruby, A Frog in a Tent, Clips, Crayon Eater, Cole D, Polyhaze, Satorius, Demisi, and KD. These are all people who have either donated their time, effort, or money to queer organizations during the most holy of Pride months. And if you want your name added to the illustrious, send me a message on Discord with a little image of you either, you know, protesting the cops or donating money to a queer org, and I will add you and give you a personal shout out at the end of a video. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day for real this time. I mean, I meant it last time as well, but this is the real outro, and I will see you all tomorrow.